Well, good afternoon and welcome once again to Ed's Orchids. Now today I've got to look at a few plants, just check the roots, have a look at a epidendrum that I don't know whether to throw away or not, or a couple of epidendrums. They're both off the same plant, but and then we'll have a look at some plants which aren't doing so well, and we'll have a look at the ones which are growing nicely. Now this one is a Phragmipedium ruby slippers, cross between Caudatum and Besseae. And I've had this on the drip system. It didn't have such good roots, so I didn't think it was going to do well. So we'll see what's happened to it since it's been on the drip system. As you can see, it's wet through with bark, so it's a medium-sized bark, 12 to 14 centimetres, something like that. Some growth stones and a bit of pumice. So we'll have a look at these roots. They don't look too bad at all. No, they look lovely. It's a soft one there, just come off. No, this is doing very nicely. Right, and as usual, we'll just get the camera to have a look at it closely. Well, as you can see, it's got a fairly healthy root system there, and it's got a new growth there. Anything else anywhere? New roots coming out of that new growth. Turn it round. Whoops. Another little new growth there coming up. Another one there. And a nice root system developing. So this is doing very, very nicely to what it used to be on the drip system. I mean, the water's coming through from the RO system. The wastewater is between 85 and 90 parts per million, but with the drip system on, it's just getting that amount all the time. So it seems to be enough. Seems to be getting all the calcium out of the water and everything. So that's brilliant. That's Phragmipedium ruby slippers. 1, 2, 3 nice growths on it. There we go. Doing quite well. So we'll get this repotted up. And I think this could do with just a smaller pot than that one, if I've got one. That's a 3 litre, but I think it may do better in slightly smaller pot. So I'll see if I can find one. The smaller pot, that's a 2 litre pot, and that was in a 3 litre pot. So I think it'll do better for the roots, although it's doing fine. So I think it'll grow just a touch better than this one. A bit more here. So we just pot it up as usual. still be just a little bit low in the pot, but we'll soon sort that one out. These are the most beautiful flower on these ruby slippers. It's a funny mixture, is Caudatum and Bettsae, because Bettsae likes to be very, very wet, and Caudatum likes to be the opposite, doesn't like to be that wet. So it's just a gamble on these. I believe they're not very easy to grow, but this one looks like it's doing fine. Sure all the substrate settles properly, covers all the gaps up. Just have the crown of the plant just slightly, very slightly above the media, whereas on Paphiopedilums you have them just below. Looking fine now. Yep, that'll do lovely. Label back in, and then we'll put it back on the drip. And here's another one that wasn't doing too well since I had it inside, which is the Phragmipedium cardinale. One of my very favourite Phragmipediums. Absolutely beautiful, these, if you can get them going properly. But this hasn't done much, so in fact it flowered while it was indoors, but it blasted and hasn't done well since. So we'll see what the drip's doing to this one. Well, right away I can see some soft roots there, but we'll just have a look at the camera and see what's happening. It looks very good round here though. Well, let's get the camera and have a quick look. Yeah, we just have a bit of trimming to do. Well, that's not a root that's bad. That was a bit of that horticultural form I put on it. Right, there's nothing soft. Yeah, we just have a bit of trimming to do. Well, that's not a root that's bad. That was a bit of that horticultural form I put on it. Right, there's nothing soft. Well, the roots on this are splendid. What I thought was a soft root wasn't. It was a little bit of, well, it was like the a growth on one of the roots, you know, that was branching, but it wasn't. It was some horticultural foam that had gone soft. But let's turn this over, have a good look. There you can see some nice growth on the roots beginning. And up here. And some more there. It's got one growth here, two growths. There's another root coming out there. But I don't think it's any more growth showing. Oh dear, difficult with one hand. No. No, there's no more growth showing. So, where is there? No, it's not. I thought it was a new growth, but it isn't. It's the roots developing onto this latest growth. This is what I mean. I'll go right down and show you. Can you see it coming through there? Yep. So that's just that new growth there is just putting out its own roots. So that's good. So these are doing alright. Or this one is doing alright. Phragmipedium cardinale. And as you know, part of this cross, the Bessai, is a climbing plant. And this one has started to climb in. It's climbed up there to there and it's putting that new root out. This is what makes plants very untidy, but you can't do anything about it. The only thing I can do is cut that growth off and bring it down to the right level, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it and see what happens. Well, here's my Dendrobium nobile, which had two growths on when I got it, and it was in flower, if you remember me putting it on the videos. And since then, it's grown these. Which are doing very good. So what do I do with them? I don't know much about Dendrobium, so somebody who knows more about the Dendrobiums than I do, which is very little, what do I do with this now? Do I just leave it and keep it well watered and feed it? Because it looks like it's doing okay up to now. And I've got it in one of these pots that dries out quickly. So do I just keep watering it and feeding it? Dendrobium nobile. Now this is the Noid Odontoglossum I bought. It had two stems on when I bought it, and it was flowering from this biggest of the bulbs. You can see down there where I've cut the spike off. So what do I do with this? Because it's doing absolutely nothing. So if it does absolutely nothing, the only thing I like to do is take it out of its pot and have a look at the roots. Well, these are the roots, and it's, I mean, it looks good, but a lot of them are soft. But I was pleased to see this. A new growth coming up there. Maybe I'd see better from the other side. Yep, there we are. So I'll go and cut the dead roots off this one and repot it back up. I might put a bit of tree fern in this one. So we'll see what happens. Well, I've potted this Noid Odontoglossum back up, and I've put a little bit of this this tree fern into it. So we'll see what happens. Anyhow, I'm glad there's a nice growth coming up. So I think these I need to keep a little bit drier than the others for some reason, because there's no shrinkage on the pseudobulbs. So I will keep this a little bit drier. This, believe it or not, is an Epidendrum ciliare, and doing absolutely nothing. I don't know what's wrong with it, whether it hasn't wakened up again, it's the wrong time of year, but oh, I think there's a little nubbins there on it. Anyhow, we'll see if there's any roots on it. I very much doubt it. Oh, see, it comes straight out. Comes straight out. All the roots here are soft. I'll chop them off. And yet, oh, there's 4 beautiful roots at this side. Look at this root. So it is wakening up, and it's got another root coming there, another one coming there, and is that a nubbins or not? It could be. There's a bit of a swelling there, so we'll see what it is. Anyhow, I'll remove all this this straw-like stuff from it, and I'll repot it back up. Yeah, it's wakening up. In fact, I will do nothing with it. I think it's wakening up properly. And this type of epidendrum need watering more often than the normal ones. So we'll just try and put that back to where it's been. And pot it up and keep your fingers crossed that it continues to grow. I have another one like this. I'll have a look at the other one as well. It's in big bark, this. I don't know whether it's in too big a bark or not, I don't know. But it seems to be settling in well after months of me nearly throwing it away. Just goes to show you, patience, patience, patience. You can't beat it. So I think we'll give that a watering and have a look at the other one. Well, this is the other one, and it looks like it's in a right sorry mess, this one. All the pseudobulbs are shriveled, and this will just pull out. Let's hope there's some more roots on it like the last one. No, there isn't. No. Well, we've got one new root growing there, that's all. What do I do with this? Do I just pot it back up and leave it? Because the roots here are soft. Mind you, they're not all soft. And a few of them are green on the inside, so that's a good sign. It might just take off this, I've no idea. So we'll pop this one back up and give this a good watering as well. What am I doing? What am I doing? Now this is quite damp, where the other one was dry. And they all get water at the same time, so we'll see. These are an absolutely gorgeous plant when they flower. They're beautiful white, and the very thin petals on them, and a bit like a, oh, what do they call them? The spider plant. A bit like that. But yeah, I hope these can get going again. I've had these years, and once again, keeping them inside, ridiculous. Put some more bark on this one. The size of that bark. I'll put a bit more down here. And I don't need to water that one because the bark I put back in was quite damp enough. So that's the second Epidendrum ciliare. There'll be nice videoing that in a few months' time when it's growing properly, hopefully. Well, the light's not very good in here at the moment for the time of year, and so I've moved all these, or these few cattleyas under the hydro light, just to give them extra light, and it seems to bring the roots on much better. So, and I'm watering these every other day because they're drying up quickly. Anyhow, tomorrow I don't know what to do. I've got a little Dowiana there. I haven't touched it since it, that's not a Dowiana, that's not it. What is that? Oh, that's a multifloral that was dying off, but it's got some new growth coming up on it. That's a cross between Glaucophyllum and Rhotiodianum. No, Prince Edward of York. So we'll see how that one goes. Anyhow, thanks very much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.